Corporate criminal liability is a concept used in the state of Utah to hold businesses and organizations responsible for the actions of their employees, agents, and officers. Corporate criminal liability is defined by the Utah Code, which states that any person or entity that commits a criminal act or contributes to its commission can be held criminally liable. In addition, Utah case law has established that if a person or entity commits a criminal act, then it can be liable for the consequences of its actions, even if it is not the actual perpetrator of the criminal act. In order for corporate criminal liability to exist in Utah, the criminal act must have been committed by an employee, agent, or officer of the company. The employee, agent, or officer must have been acting on behalf of the company, and the company must have had knowledge or should have had knowledge of the criminal act. Additionally, the criminal act must have been within the scope of the company's business and must have been committed in order to benefit the company. The Utah Code also states that the company can be held criminally liable for any criminal act committed by its employees, agents, or officers if the company had knowledge of or should have had knowledge of the criminal act. Furthermore, a company can also be held criminally liable if it has not taken reasonable steps to prevent the criminal act from occurring. In addition to criminal liability, a company may also face civil liability in the state of Utah. If a company is found to be negligent in preventing a criminal act from occurring, then it may be held liable for any damages suffered by the victim. In order to prove negligence, it must be shown that the company had knowledge of or should have had knowledge of the criminal act, and that it failed to take reasonable steps to prevent it. Criminal activity on a corporate level is an important concept in the state of Utah, and it is important for businesses and organizations to understand the laws and regulations governing corporate criminal liability in order to ensure that their employees, agents, and officers are acting in accordance with the law. If you need legal help with corporate criminal liability, call Attorney Jeremy Eveland, 801-613-1472.